I just dropped my lighter. Did you hear it go clack? Well, hello, YouTube. How's it going? Auntie Sue here. I know, smoking a little cigar. One of those little. They really, see. What is it? Um, CEO's Eileen's Dream. You can really taste that chocolate in here, I think. But that's just, I had been smoking these because I was sewing so much that I didn't have time to really just sit there and fiddle with my pipe. So I picked up these and some other ones they make. Moon Trance, I think it is. Didn't care much for those, although I smoked them. They had too much bourbon taste to them. I'm not a big fan of things that are cased, and usually I would just go down to Weston and pick up something, but it was just like, because Corey's down there and he's a friend of mine and he rolls them. So I just didn't want to take the trip down there, so I did the easy way. But it was great because the nicotine in these hits a different level than the nicotine in a pipe. You get it slower with your pipe. You really get a good hit with these. And so I finished making up almost all the pipe bags. I got a bunch of them sent out today. So those of you that I said was going to get them are going to be getting them soon. However, and this is, it's always funny when you do something like this. Oh, look, my little calyx up there. Have you ever noticed I always have that one piece of hair that sticks up? So I was letting everybody know that I had the packages coming on the way, and I was talking to one of the pipers and just DM'd him a little quick, hey, listen, I put your package in the mail. And he said, what package? And I said, some of those masks with the little flaps on them for your pipes and stuff. And he said, you weren't supposed to send me any of those. So I'd already mailed them to him. It's like, oh man, who did I say I was going to send them to, and then I sent them to the wrong people? So I still have ghosties. I'm making ghosties some. Him and his wife are Disney people, so I got to go get me some Disney material. I was going to just do, well, they're Mickey Mouse fans. I was going to do just a plain little material I'd seen, but I think I'm going to see what fancy material I can do, like the magician or something like that. Wouldn't it be great to have that little mouse magician on there? That's kind of what's been fun about the face masks. At least you can, individualize them and make them fun. I did some that have a bunch of shoes on them, and did some that had some pipes on them and some mustaches. They got snapped up fast by my friends, the really cute ones. Now, but if anybody needs some, let me know. I've got two different patterns I've been working on. One is a double layer and one's a single layer. I can do the ones that have the filter area to put them into, but I find that if I do the double material, so one to the back, if you need to, you can always slide that in from the side. But nobody I know really ever uses the filters on those. Tastes good. It does. Well, I really didn't have too much to say today. The 4th of July was very uneventful here. I live on Weatherby Lake, and so Weatherby Lake did a big deal, and they always do. It's like really ritzy area. So I got to see some of those actually from my house, but I live in the city of, I think it says it's a city of a million oaks or something like that, and I think most of them grew in my yard because I've got like 6 or 7 holes where trees have been, and they aren't anymore. And I still have quite a few, but this whole neighborhood has such big, big, wonderful trees that you really don't see much. You're almost in a little tunnel area each time, though. But one of the nice things about all the trees that we have is it really does block out a lot of like the city lights. So we get a great view of the skylight. The coronavirus cut down a lot on the planes that had come and go. So that was kind of, we moved in and we thought, wow, this is really a quiet neighborhood. Well, now that air travel has picked up, it's not as quite a neighborhood as we thought it was. I could blow smoke rings. I have it for a while. Let's see if I can do that. Can't do it today. I'd have to try for a little while. Takes a little practice. These are these little bitty, these are little cigars. And I like them because, like I say, I can finish one of these on my own. When I get one of the big ones, I have a trouble. Big cigars. One of the big cigars, not just the big ones. Big cigars. I usually can't do it all on my own, so I end up sharing it or having to cut it and light it up another day. It just doesn't ever taste the same. But these I can get through, Of course, I got a lot of talking to do now since I've been smoking so much. And there's been a ton of snuff going up my nose lately. No, that's pretty normal. Had some friends over for 4th of July. Didn't mean to have them over as long as they stayed, but that was great. It was just nothing was going on with them, nothing was going on with us. So it's like, okay, why don't you just stay over another night? And so she did. And then there was a little 4-year-old too. And I bond well with little kids. And so she stayed, wanted to sleep in my room, but she didn't want to sleep in the bed with me. She wanted us to have a fort on the floor in my bedroom. And this old woman getting up and down off that floor, I only did it once. I warned her, hey, you better have everything you need because once I get on the floor, I'm not getting up for nothing for you again. And she was real good about getting up and getting everything she needed from herself. She thought she was big stuff. Just a lot of fun. I do enjoy having kids around, but it's nice when they go home, too. That's the thing about, little grandkids and stuff. Oh, and, of course, you saw those little masks I've been making for the kids, and that's been fun. I'm glad I'm kind of done making masks, probably for a while, once I get a few more that some friends want. But I have probably, I want to say probably 35 to 50 masks already made up. Some of them are little kids, some of them are mediums, and some are larges. And I have flaps on some of them. So, like say, if you guys need the mask with the flap. And I do the elastic now so it goes all the way around the head as opposed to just on the ears. You can always cut that elastic and make it short on your ears, but I really do find that I prefer to go all the way around my head. Most guys prefer to do that so that they can take it and put it down on their hairline and above their ears. Some even wear it way up here, kind of like I guess doctors do, which is kind of cute. And then I put some beading on some of them, and that was fun. Like I say, I've been having a lot of fun with them. So that was all that I've been doing lately. Is just kind of having a day off here and there. I go back to work August 1st. Probably not really until August 3rd or 4th. I'm hoping not until then. And I'm going to work August and September. I've gone ahead and given, and it's in Olathe. I mean, it's in Leavenworth. Now that I live in Parkville, that's a 45-minute drive or longer, and it's on a horrible road, especially at night because there's no lighting on it and there's trains and stuff. So I told him that I would stay with them for the next couple of months because we have people going on vacation. And if I don't go in and kind of do that, then they're going to have to hire somebody, and they have a hiring freeze on, so it was just going to be impossible for them to do it. So I agreed to cover for a couple of months. Then I'm really going to retire. Honest to gosh, I'm going to retire, and I'm going to travel. I have some dear friends in Florida. I just need to go to Florida to see them and stop in on a few other pipers while I'm there and maybe have a little fun little, fling while I'm there. Maybe go to Key West or something. I haven't really decided because with this pandemic, it's getting kind of tough to decide when to do anything. I want to get to Texas. I need to get to Illinois. I love my girl in California. I need to go see my Elaine in California, and it just seems like everywhere I need to go, it's just I wish this would all hurry up and end, don't you guys? But it must not be happening in Kansas anymore because you don't hear nothing. You hear a very mild little bit. Maybe they might devote 7 or 8 minutes tops on the news to it. And so that means it must not exist in Kansas and Missouri because, you know, if it only takes up 8 minutes of your news time and you have an hour, then, that's just not much. So we must be doing perfect. You don't hear about them pulling back any of the scheduled openings. Everybody's still in phase, whatever the hell you want to do phase, which was always been the phase in Leavenworth was basically, I think they opened back up. Not everybody, but most of the stores. They were back open by May. It was, I heard some of them say they even never even really closed down. It didn't affect them at all. And they were not big businesses or anything. These are little smaller shops, and I found that very disturbing. But I don't live in Leavenworth anymore. I'm just going to work there for a couple of months. And then I did love my town. I love Leavenworth. I've always liked Leavenworth. I'll always like Leavenworth. But now I'm going to like Parkville too. So that's my next thing. As soon as this is all done, we're going to go downtown. They have an old town in downtown here. Wonderful. It's a nice old town of Parkville. My ash was nice. And so it's kind of like Weston. You remember going to Weston with me? We all went to Weston for some of the shows and things. And we're watching Colton roll cigars, and we went there with Danny. So you guys have been to Weston with me, and this is a whole lot like Weston downtown. Nice little downtown shops and stuff. But Parkville also has a whole stretch of brand new stuff, and it's just great. It's got everything. So I like this town. And we're not too far from everything, due to medical issues, not on my part, but on the family's part. It's good to be where there's all these hospitals. I mean, you can't to go to 3 different St. Luke's. I just have to go like within half a mile, and if I cut through parking lots, if I cut through Price Chopper parking lot, I get to go to the multi-specialty St. Louis clinic, kind of big building. But if you go to the other corner, it is for the general doctors. But then if you go ahead and go down the road just a little bit further to another shopping area, at the end of that shopping area is all the imaging for St. Luke's. So everything's here but a hospital. So it's kind of nice to be here. So that is what it's going on. Love to hear from you all. We need to start getting together and starting to meet up again. Like I said, apparently in Kansas and Missouri, the pandemic's over. So happy, joy. It might be over for everybody else, but I'm still not going out. I'm still not doing anything but going to the grocery store and having my stuff delivered to my car. I bring it into the house and I put the refrigerator stuff into the refrigerator downstairs for a couple of days, and then I leave the other stuff, on the shelving down there. And because most of my stock is rotated, so basically I'm just filling in my pantry with what I used from the week before, and I just put it to the back. So everything is getting to set plenty long enough. But I miss going to thrift stores and shopping online is great. I love Amazon. They're my friends. I like Amazon. Amazon's going to be my next husband. Anyway, so oh wait, if it's an Amazon, it would be my next wife. But anyway, I do a lot of shopping on Amazon, so I haven't really gotten out into the public. I've gone a few times planning on going to do something, but I go and sit in their parking lot and I watch the people go in, and there's just it's just not a safe feeling. People aren't honoring the social distancing, the masks, as far as as I can tell, is I have given away tons and tons of masks. I have given away more masks than have been worn in Parkville. So I'm a little disappointed in that, and it scares me. So I just don't go in. I make that phone call sitting out there in that parking lot, and I tell the store what I need and tell them I'm in the parking lot. Here's my credit card number, and they bring it to me and put it in the back seat. And that's going to be, is that going to be the new norm? Oh my. It's going to be hard to date that way. Well, maybe not. I could order what I want, and they could go put it in the back of my car, and hey, this could work. Happy, happy, joy, joy. You know I'm watching you.